Hello, I'm Amari Jones, and today is Monday, June 15th. This is Caffeine TV, your daily news brief, here to take you through 3 headline numbers in just 3 minutes, giving you a different take on everything from housing policy to the Real Housewives. The first number today is 4, as in the 4 Freedoms Park in New York City, which is where Hillary Clinton on Saturday held her first major rally of her campaign with thousands of people in attendance. Now, since she announced back in April that she was running for the presidency, many have wondered what her campaign would be about, and on Saturday she sought to answer that, ripping a page right out of the Bernie Sanders playbook. She said that the country couldn't only be a place for billionaires and that she was running to make sure that every American had an equal economic shot, and unlike her 2008 campaign, is running towards the issue of her gender. She said although she's among the oldest to be running for the presidency this year, that she would be the youngest woman president in American history. She went on to equally successful and large rallies in Iowa on Sunday, which of course is where the presidential race will kick off formally in January. But one of the questions is, if Hillary wins the presidency next year, what her nickname would be. Of course, Margaret Thatcher, who was the first woman prime minister of the United Kingdom, was known as the Iron Lady, but we're in the 21st century now and we don't really do metal references. So maybe she could be the silicon chip lady, or the biotech lady, or maybe the drone lady. The next number up today is 8, as in 8 years. That's how long Rachel Dolezal, a white woman from Montana, lived her life wholly and completely as a black woman. But according to her mother, her journey into all things black began long before she began braiding her hair. After the family adopted 2 black boys, she somehow ended up at Howard in their Masters of Fine Arts program on scholarship, and somehow the department had gotten the impression from her application that she was a black woman, and she went on to marry a black man, became the president of the local NAACP in Spokane, Washington, became a lecturer in Africana Studies at Eastern Washington University, and traveled the country giving lectures on things like growing up black. But what's disturbing in all of this is not her embrace of black culture, it's the degree to which she fabricated stories in order to legitimize it. She said on her Facebook page that when she went to go see 12 Years a Slave, that when she saw Lupita Nyong'o's character making corn husk dolls in the plantation yard, that it reminded her when she did the same as a youth. She also created a Native American identity for herself, saying that she grew up killing her food with a bow and arrow and living in a teepee. But more disturbing than all of this are the comparisons on the internet between her life and that of Caitlyn Jenner's. Of course, Caitlyn Jenner's life was about uncovering and then living out a truth inside of herself with as much integrity as possible, while Rachel Dolezal's was a journey into greater levels of deception. And while Caitlyn Jenner is a profile in courage, that of Rachel Dolezal's is a profile in secrets and lies. The last number of today is 31, as in 31 states which comprise the United States of Mexico. Yep, there's more than one United States. And over the past month, the Supreme Court in that country has basically made same-sex marriage legal, meaning that the United States of America is the last major country in North America to not legalize same-sex marriage nationally. Now, like in the United States, marriage in Mexico is basically a matter for the individual states, and most of them define marriage as that between a man and a woman. But the Supreme Court said that due to an equality clause in their constitution, that those laws can't be enforced and that all marriages have to be granted, given, and recognized. Now, over the next 2 weeks, the Supreme Court of the United States will issue its ruling on national gay marriage, and given the creativity of the Mexican Supreme Court, it shows that there's more than one way to get to yes.